John Stamos,
like a statue.
Any husband would be honored to let him bang their wife. If Johnny Stamos came in and crossed up his legs wearing jeans and some fucking nice boot shoes, drinking a latte with a little rope chain around his wrist, because there's no way John Stamos doesn't walk around with a little leather joint right here with a little button here. You know what I'm talking about? One of those leather joints. He got one of the leather joints in his wrist. He doesn't come down. He's got pearly white fucking teeth, even though he drinks coffee every day because he's Greek. So we drink coffee like people, you know, like Floridians do bath salts every day. But you know what I mean? Look at that kid. Look at that kid.
It's unfair.
It's unfair, dude. Look at him next to David Bowie. David Bowie looks like Brother School. I mean, he makes David Bowie look. I mean, look at what he did. The thing with you can never hang out with a guy like John Stamos. Okay, you know the trick. You got to if you're like a middle of the road, good looking person, you got to hang out with uglier people. That's the old bridesmaid's dress. That's what girls do at the wedding. Their dress makes them look like a fucking doily, right? Just a big white shining princess. Oh my God, it's Queen Victoria in Long Island for 4 hours. And then all of her bridesmaids are just dressed in some sort of peach shit color schmear. It's like a shit color schmear dress. They get the dress because they want all the bridesmaids to blend into the wall when the photos are taken. He's like, yeah, just give me 4 of those shit color dresses. I really want those bitches to blend into the bricks behind us. Something that makes me pop and those bitches disappear. So that's why you can never really walk. Look at Johnny. Now this photo's a lie. John, by the way, I just saw somebody said Stamos was in the chat. So he's going to be part of this episode. John, don't worry. My fan base doesn't watch Disney shows. So you'll be fine. The great John Stamos, legendary John Stamos. I even said on one of the, I think on the Drinking Bros podcast, they asked me if I had to save one Greek. I was originally going to go Manolis Zantanos, but then I figured, you know what? What better sacrifice to the Greek gods than to give Manolis Zantanos? You know, the one we'd have to save is Stamos. We cannot. Bob Costas, I'm throwing him to the wolves. Nia Vardalos, Canadians, got to go.
Who's the most famous Greek?
It's John Stamos.
He's the most famous Greek?
To me, he's the most famous. Who's the most beautiful Greek guy?
George Clooney's not Greek.
George Clooney's not Greek. And George Clooney can't, if they had a staring contest, dog, who's going to get hard first? Who's going to get hard first? If you do Clooney and Stamos back to back, I guarantee you, if we put one of those pulsators on Clooney's cock, that kid's getting a creeper first. I bet you Stamos will go undefeated in that contest. You throw him up against Pritt, Leonardo DiCaprio, fucking Idris Elba, anyone. Jordan, Michael B. Jordan. I mean, look at that kid. Natural tan. That's because there's a little Turkish rape in his family. Just like me. Just like me. Johnny, don't go do a 23andMe contest, Yanni, because you're going to find out some things that happened to your ancestors that are going to, you know, what it does do, though, it makes you a more understanding person, and you tend to understand gray zone issues a little bit more when you're here because a rape happened. Yeah. So anyway, Stamos is the greatest, and this is the first time in the history of podcasting. We just made history where a podcast was happening and John Stamos was watching live in a live stream to it, and it's what it is.